Hello everybody, it's Brian for GadgetUnit.com, and in this video I'll be taking a quick look at the MPERO IMPACT XL series kickstand case by Empire for the iPhone 5 and 5S. You can pick this up on EmpireCase.com for $8.95, and they do have free shipping, or you can pick it up on Amazon for $11.95, and that does include Prime shipping if you are a Prime member. This is also available in a number of color combinations, and lastly I would like to thank Empire for sending this case over to me for review. So no fancy packaging here, it's pretty generic stuff actually. So included inside of the packaging is just the case itself, no screen protector or anything like that. Let me just go ahead and take that insert out, and this is the case itself. So here's what the inside looks like. Has sort of a swirling pattern to it. And here's what the back looks like. So this is a dual layer ultra protective case, or at least I would consider it to be. There's no integrated screen protector, which I think is good because typically cases with integrated ones, they just don't feel as right, so you could always use your own. And here are the two pieces. You have this plastic inner layer. Let's go ahead and take that apart. Just unsnaps together like that. And then we have this silicone layer that comes on second. So you take your iPhone 5 or 5S, put it into the plastic portion, take the top piece and snap it on. There are several points of contact, so make sure, everything is snapped into place. And this is what that happens to look like. And there's one right somewhere. There we go. Now everything is put together well. So that's what that looks like. Then you just take your silicone layer, push your iPhone into the bottom first, and then just wrap the silicone all the way around. Everything should become seated into place. And after a moment, everything should be installed and fitting just fine. And there we go. So that's what the green Impact XL series case looks like on the black and slate 5S. Taking a quick tour, you can see that on the front we do have a large lay on the table design, so you're able to put your phone display down onto a table without your display actually touching it. So of course you should always use a screen protector. On the left side we do have a couple of silicone nubs for our volume up and down. It's pretty easy to press and you get a great amount of feedback when pressing it. I'm sure you can hear the click. The same thing applies for the power button at the top, extremely clicky, which I really like. Above the volume button covers, we also have a silent switch flap. Pretty easy to get to, at least the flap itself. Your silent switch, it's definitely recessed, so you're definitely going to have to use your nail or a smaller finger to get into it. Already covered the power button at the top. On the right side, we do have a little flap for your nano SIM tray. At the bottom, we have cutouts for your speaker and microphone, and your lightning port and 3.5mm headset jack are also covered by a silicone flap. Once you lift it up, everything is completely open and exposed, which is pretty good. One thing about this particular flap though is that this portion here, it just kind of hangs back a little bit and it just doesn't really come flush on the back, as you can see there. Just kind of sticks out just a little bit. Sometimes you can snag this onto something and it does get a little bit annoying. If that bothers you too much, you could just probably cut it off or something, or just pull this entire piece off. That's what I would probably do. And on the back we have a large camera cutout, pill shaped, and also you can see that we do have an integrated kickstand. So it opens up like so. You can see how that works. So you could use your phone in portrait orientation, works just fine. Or you could of course use it in landscape orientation. Either one works. And I guess you could use your phone upside down like this. That would work as well, I suppose. You are able to see through to the back of your phone just a tad. Nothing too serious though, so I don't think too much debris would get under here to really damage anything. So that's the kickstand. The kickstand actually works fairly well and it does seem fairly stable. Obviously this case is going to add a fair amount of bulk to your device, so if you're somebody who likes to keep their accessories slim, then this is definitely not the one for you. This is definitely for people who want a little more protection. One thing I forgot to mention is that your home button area down here is covered. The button itself takes a little bit of extra effort to press, but it actually, you get plenty of feedback. I think that's partly due to the sort of increased feedback you get from the 5S's home button anyway, as opposed to the one on the 5. But overall, this is actually a pretty good case if you're looking for something with an extra amount of protection. I'm fully confident that this case would protect my phone in pretty heavy drops, I would say. Personally, this isn't really the case for me because it's definitely a bit bulky for what I typically use, and it doesn't look half bad either. So that was a quick look at the MPERO IMPACT XL series kickstand case by Empire for the iPhone 5 and 5S. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback about this or anything else, feel free to leave those down below in the comments area. But that's it with the video, so thanks a lot for watching, and I'll talk to you all very soon.